Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I wanted to jump on. We're gonna get on later tonight, and we're going to really talk some astrology on members, actually on monthly specifically. We're gonna just sort of extrapolate March, and we are going to be jumping as well, hopefully, into the actual March reading soon. I wanted to give a heads up on that, and but anyways, I wanted to just sort of talk a little bit about what we're moving through here as we have already entered the sun in Pisces season. I hope you guys found those readings very interesting last night. They were pretty interesting for myself. Had a good time doing that with you guys, and thank you so much for channeling together there. What else? Whoa, I am seeing a super old school car. It is so old school. Like literally, I'm seeing it. Yeah. It's kind of gone now, but gosh, I mean, I don't even know. Like it makes me think of like the movie with Humphrey Bogart. What is that movie? Is it Casablanca? Anyways, so it might be a particular message for somebody here. Um, anywho, the readings again were very interesting. We are moving into Pisces season. We're going to be getting stronger and stronger here with the sun. Not only that, we obviously still have, right, this conversation happening with Mars and Venus in conjunction in Capricorn, and that will be shifting into Aquarius. That will be very interesting as we shift from the yin earth to the yin water with more Aquarius again, actually. So we have just a little bit of this period here of Capricorn and Pisces, which is, it's a dynamic, definitely. It's quite a bit of yin energy. But it is, yeah, it is interesting, but it's a shifty vibe because we were just in that really strong aqua vibe for a period of time. And now as the Aquarius sun dissipates and we literally come back to zenith with the sun, we start over in the water sign of Pisces. There is this moment of like, okay, now what's happening? Just in general, I mean, whenever the sun or however any planet, right, shifts out of 29 degrees, that's pretty intense. Major period of clearing and cleansing. So, but in Pisces, yeah. So, but the interesting, let's clear it and ground. The interesting thing is the, the focus on Pisces, very different from, in some ways, Aquarius. And so Capricorn, this Venus conjunct Mars, is now getting used to that, right? It's like, okay, we're back into more yin. Both Capricorn and Pisces, both are yin. And there is this sort of shifting gaze from the attention space of, the Aquarius are just more, let's say, well, what's interesting is that there are always going to be overlaps between every sign. We cannot say that Aquarius and Pisces have nothing in common. Of course not. But there is a difference in attention. Okay, definitely when Pisces is more, also it's the last zodiac sign, and it's about transcending, clearing, absolutely, let's say, forgiving, allowing things to be and to happen and to be, laid to rest, so called, and to move forward and be ready for the next cycle, of course, right, of Aries. So even like symbolically, right, we're talking about this spring. So it's very, very interesting. Now, it's also, though, pressure, we can say, with Venus and Mars getting quite strong as we lead out the conjunction and get ready for Aquarius. Give me a second. I'm going to get a date on that. We have, like, honestly, a ways to go with that. We're only about 20 degrees with this conjunction. So, and even before we do move into Aquarius, we will have Pluto joining in that conjunction. So that will be very interesting. We'll probably be doing some mighty astro talks on that to come to really talk about what the fuck that means, because that's going to be very, very karmic as well. Oh, yeah. But if, it's going to be, meanwhile, we have the sun in Pisces, thank God. Because why do we say that? Because, well, there is the transcendence of Pisces. This is the moment where we clear the karma of Aquarius and all of what has been, really. Okay, from about a year ago when we had Jupiter in Pisces, in Aquarius, and conjunct Saturn, yada yada. And so now it's the time for Pisces to reunite with its rulers, Neptune and Jupiter, and by way of that, there is a moment of also homecoming for everyone. We're all realizing also more so clearly who we really are, what we really feel in our heart space, and the bravery to expand in that space consciously is, I think, going, maybe even to be heralded by this conjunction of Venus, Mars, and Pluto. So Pluto brings this sort of focus and concentration, also to make things really happen and really official, and brings this sort of bravery too. Okay, the institutionalized conversation more so of Venus conjunct Mars and Capricorn. So there are things that, wow, it looks like a wishbone. Maybe there are things that, the things that you decide on, there are things that you realize, things that you recognize, and then Pluto comes in to sort of so-called seal the deal. Maybe even it is actually literally related to investment. It can go in so many directions. Always it depends on how you end up channeling the energy. I would also look at where you have that conjunction taking place in your chart. So Venus, Mars, around 20 degrees. Where is this hovering at in your birth chart? Pluto coming along for the ride will just sort of amplify the intentions in that space as well. If you're having a negotiation, that might actually be a really great time. Yeah, when it comes to anything that really matters to you, green lights, like kind of go for it. But always talk to your personal practitioner, talk to your legal advisor, talk to everybody that you think you may need to talk to, or that, this is a video for entertainment purposes only. So, but anyways, I personally would, green lights as we move into that conjunction when it comes to really pushing the conversation to the next level, pushing it forward, and being brave with that, Yes. I feel like this Venus conjunct Mars has been more like realization, realization. Also of who you really resonate with. I'm hearing it like this. Not just vibrating, I'm going in all kind of ways, right? The vibration of values. Okay, observing people, what they spend their time on, what are they actually doing, what are they really talking about? Are we really in alignment? A lot of that. A lot of that. And then once it comes down to Pluto, it's like, well, so what does this actually look like when it comes to the literal investment of my time, my energy, my space? Guys, check it out. So beautiful. Anyways, so you know what I mean. It becomes official with Pluto is what I'm hearing. And sure, there are some awkward moments. Sure, it's like, wow, for some of you realize, like, really who is really, really your friend. I'm hearing that as well. Like, but I do get that there will be this like bittersweet energy where, you're ready to part ways. It's like, okay, no, I really see it and I really understand it. And this is not a soul contract. I'm hearing that as well that I want to be involved in the long term. And you may just absolutely just end up clearing ties, clearing communication, clearing conversations when it comes to that particular storyline. Of course, with peace and love, as we have the sun in Pisces, to really, really, again, help the story officially move along as well. So Pisces and Scorpio anchoring with this conjunction as it just culminates out, I think is really, really imperative to understanding how we make peace with the cycle, right? Because Pisces and Scorpio, being both the last two water signs, close the conversation out of what it is that we really want. And it comes down in the higher spectrum of Pluto and Scorpio to what it is that we want to transcend with. And it is about forgiveness. It is about release. So, guys, I hope this is really helpful and interesting. And I'm seeing 4-4 here. I hope you guys really enjoy this Sun in Pisces season as we're really, really through the heaviest parts karmically. I think really, this was one of the biggest cycles astrologically. So enjoy, guys. And what else? Any other messages? Again, we're gonna get on tonight. We'll talk more astrology, and we'll see you there.